A transgender teenager at Johnson High School in Hall County is nominated to be prom king. All right, here's the hitch. He claims the school district says he's only eligible to be the prom queen. CBS 46's Brittany is live outside the school with how students are rallying behind him tonight. Brittany.
Sharon and Thomas, when Dex Fryer's prom king nomination was overturned by school officials, students, well, they decided to take things in their own hands. They created an online petition, which so far has nearly 13,000 signatures. And what do they want? Well, they want Dex to be able to be prom king nominated on the ballot. Dex has been identifying as male since sophomore year, and he tells me that at school his teachers use the name that he chose, and some, well, they even use the male pronouns when referencing him. One thing I do want to clarify is that Dex was nominated to be prom king by his classmates, his peers. This wasn't something that he chose to go after himself, and those are the same people who are backing him, spreading word on social media. Dex says that he understands this is a really conservative area, a conservative city, but public schools need to accept students for who they are, and he should be on the ballot for prom king now. This shouldn't be an issue that's swept under the rug and that future students have to deal with.
If I've got to be the one that starts the change for that, so be it. And I hope that this puts some pressure on the Hall County School Board, because this shouldn't happen next year. And if it does, I'm going to be extremely upset, because I should be the first and only person who has to go through this much trouble in order to be who I want to be.
The school is only releasing a generic statement right now, saying in part that they have never removed a student from prom or homecoming court. However, that's not what we are asking them about. What we want to know is where the rule is that says someone who wants to be homecoming king has to be a student born male. Now, again, they're only giving us some generic statement. What I'd like to do is sit down or do an on-camera interview with school officials, and just so they know, we are available at any time, and we will make sure that we can fit whatever schedule they have available so we can get some of these questions answered and also hear where they're coming from on this issue. Reporting live, Brittany EDNEY, CBS 46 News.
So Brittany, do we have any idea why the school district won't answer specific questions?
You know, they're being very evasive, and one thing that they did mention in that statement was that they said they wanted to protect students' privacy and also that they don't want to become a national story. However, this is starting to gain a lot of traction, so it might be too late for that. That's why we would love to hear from their side. And also, prom is on Saturday. That's also when students will be voting, so a lot of people are going to be keeping their eye on this school district, seeing what they end up deciding as prom gets closer and how they handle this. So I think it's a little too late to worry about, you know, being the talk of the town when it's already spread further than that.
So basically just 48 hours left before prom.
Right, and there has not been a decision, and there's a lot of talk amongst school officials. They've been including Dex in some of those conversations, and I think right now everyone is kind of tiptoeing around trying to figure out what to do that will both look good for the school but also for this city. So I think they're in between a rock and a hard place on this one, so let's see what they decide. Thomas?